From horrible takes to being a hypocrite, this is why everyone hates HasanAbi. Hassan was born on July 25th, 1991 in New Brunswick, New Jersey. Hassan claims in his younger years he was an outcast and claimed to be bullied in public school for his lack of physical fitness, which is ironic considering currently he resembles that of a Roblox character. Hassan's uncle owns a popular radio show, news show, and YouTube channel called The Young Turks, which was relatively popular, and Hassan mostly gets his political views from most likely his uncle, which Hassan nowadays is all for socialism and commonly uses the metaphorical phrase eat the rich. To boil it down, Hassan nowadays is basically Destiny if he couldn't debate and wasn't well.
Mel time. It's mel time.
Oh, she got the form. Okay, so we're just doing salsa. We're just going.
Every guy that uses an insult secretly, when he goes to bed at night, he pulls out from behind his pillow a
Back in 2014, Hassan used to seem to hold different viewpoints than what he has today, being a lot more based in red pill.
Now, once you're in a more intimate one-on-one situation, it's much easier to get things moving forward. If you hadn't played the finger fun already in the club, now is the time to utilize those magic fingers. Take her back to your house, show off that impressive vinyl collection that no one else gives a shit about, and go into town.
This was a series called Bro Tip, which was a lot more of a conservative or right-leaning viewpoint than he has today. Seeing he has openly spoke and advocates for women's rights nowadays, this is what a lot of people now call him out for. Because even though people can change, it is odd for someone his age back then completely change his ideologies from 2014. From a more central viewpoint to a more left-wing mindset. I just don't see it happening, and seems more like a grift. And a lot of the stuff we're gonna get into reinforces the idea that Hassan is most likely a grifter. Bro Tips was short-lived as Hassan moved on and became a host on a news show called The Young Turks, which he interned at for a while in college until he ended up becoming a host of the show with his uncle.
And that actually brings us to, I guess, the second point that I wanted to get to in this conversation, which is if you believe that democracy works in the level of governance, why don't you believe that we can implement democracy in the workplace?
The Young Turks was a horrible news show that, from thumbnails, almost seems like they have nothing to do with the news and are extremely boring, to be all honest with you. And besides that, Hassan also held a web series on Facebook called The Breakdown.
Students get punished all the time for disruptive behavior that would absolutely be covered under freedom of speech. Actually, I'm pretty sure that black students get punished for all kinds of disruptive behavior, like wearing braids or wearing extensions or wearing their hair naturally even. But when it's white kids throwing up it's just a joke. Yeah.
This web series was more left-leaning, a lot like The Young Turks, and showed a lot more of the viewpoints we see Hassan have today. Hassan soon after The Breakdown decided to leave behind his old job and join the most hated genre of the internet, BreadTube. BreadTube is a genre of YouTube and I'd argue Twitch, where the creators are the most politically correct and most censored people you will ever find on YouTube or Twitch. This whole genre is basically the easiest way to make absolute bank while grifting and being the most unentertaining YouTuber on the planet. People in this space would be people like Noah Samson, Nick is not green, Peethan, or Ethan is online. This side of YouTube, although being extremely cancer, is honestly the most profitable, seeing that they can censor anything that can possibly be seemed demonetizable. Hassan saying his viewpoints on politics and his past as a web show host and also a host as a news show for a liberal outlet, this genre was probably a no-brainer for him, and this would be where he chose to start his Twitch career. This Twitch career would prove to be a great switch for him, making him rich and famous. But what we're going to get into, this genre of choice, would also get him to be one of the most hated left-wing streamers ever. Back in 2019, there was trouble in paradise for Hassan. On Reddit, a editor who had a clip channel named Hassan Edits came out and said he wasn't paid a dime by Hassan. I feel like I've been exploited to upload a few YouTube videos, that I was strung along in hopes of a job. I was simply paid an exposure, like 3 Twitter followers. Ironically enough, as I've heard both Hassan and this community speak ill of that, I put in hours and hours of effort to get a position I heard about and was even told that I was doing well, only to get ghosted and not compensated as a single cent for my time. I have grown increasingly disappointed disappointed over time about this, and a desire for having spent my summer differently. If Hasan wasn't really in the market for a video editor, he should have just denied me or told me he wasn't looking for paid work. Instead, he praised me, acknowledged what I was looking for, and kept uploading my work. This Reddit post incited a lot of outrage, and a lot of people were angry at Hasan, and they wanted answers. So this prompted Hasan to make a response video titled, "Am I exploiting my editor?"
Now, the reason why I mentioned the two types of compensation is because I thought that the editor in question, Blake, Asaratha HS, was, because he like started the conversation with, and we can look at this in the logs that he posted, he leaked. I thought he was making a edits channel. And by the way, he was making an edits channel. He literally made an edits channel called HasanAbi Edits. Sadly, it's hard for me to keep up with all these edits, which is another reason why I haven't done anything in a while, looking for a job to know a whale. Okay, I said, okay, just letting you know it's out there. I understand. I'm sorry that I don't have the kind of clout that makes other people profit off of my clips yet. Sad face, or even myself, to be honest. One day though. What do you guys think this means? What do you think I thought was going on here? Why didn't he respond to me with anything outside of like, I hope you're doing well, man? Why didn't he say, what do you mean by that? Do you think HasanAbi Edits is the way that I think I can like actually make money off of this? I don't want to f anybody over. I want you guys to be able to make as much money as you possibly can. I don't give a shit. I make $53 a f***ing month from my YouTube channel.
Through this video, it seems the situation might have been blown out of proportion, and it's the only reason we're going to get into that makes Hasan look good in the end. Now, besides that, Hasan hasn't always been the most PC person on the left side of the internet. One instance is this amazing clip where he said America deserved a horrible event, and then after says that what he just said was just in a video game.
America deserved, dude. I'm saying it.
We're there to partner with them. We're not there doing our own thing. We're there partnering and training
In a video
and
game.
equipping. And
like we totally brought it on ourselves, dude. Holy shit. We did. We did in a video game.
What makes this clip worse is right before this, he goes on to trash on a war veteran and a congressman, probably not knowing anything he's been through, and probably only trashing on him because he's a Republican.
This guy has the understanding of foreign policy of like a 12-year-old. What the What the is wrong with this dude? Didn't he go to war and like literally lose his eye because some mujahideen, a brave soldier, his eye hole with their? Isn't that how he lost his eye? Because he got his eye hole.
Now, besides that out of the way, Hasan has also dabbled in the past in Twitch debates, which for those of you who don't know what Twitch debates are, it's just a bunch of in a Twitch stream debating about the most random of topics for hours and hours on end. Hasan has been in some of these, but the most important one of note was when he threw a fit like a baby for losing a debate to Destiny.
Second, we got the poll here. Go ahead and vote, chat, for who you want to keep, not kick. I put Destiny in the poll. Just kidding. All right. Go ahead and vote who you want to keep, not kick. Keep, not kick.
Dude, don't ask me to be on if this is the that you're gonna pull, Raj. Like, seriously.
What did I pull?
What?
What did I pull?
Oh, I'll put Destiny in the chat. Have Destiny on.
I didn't put Destiny in the poll. He's not in the poll. I was joking. He's not in the poll.
I know he's not in the f***ing poll, dip. I'm saying that it's pissing me off because you're devaluing my perspective, which is ongoing.
No, I had no. That had nothing to do.
Chat,
Hasan,
and also with the people you're talking to right now.
Hasan, that had nothing. I was putting it. I was just saying because Destiny came into the show late. After.
Besides debates, Hasan also has done what every other Twitch streamer does when they're lazy and have no other thing to do on their live streams: react to other people's content and give very little to no commentary whatsoever, which in my opinion I don't even really think is fair use law, and I'm surprised it hasn't been purged off of the website. Like, look at this.
Absolutely dominated by that globe.
But at least in this clip, he was in the live stream. Something a lot of people go against Hasan for is the fact that instead of pausing the video, he leaves the video playing while he gets up and goes to go do something. Besides Hasan's lack of content on live streams, what about that phrase I said at the beginning of the video, eat the rich? While Hasan preaches that even wearing it on a t-shirt for the whole world to see, he seems to not actually live by the statement he preaches so much. Hasan is seen using his wealth to buy things like a couple $1 million mansion, Porsche, and more. Now usually this isn't really a talking point, like you don't see me or anyone else trashing on Pokemon for using your money to buy things. Although as you remember, this guy is a socialist, someone that wants equal distribution of wealth, and to further his hypocrisy, in this clip Hasan is mad at someone for buying an expensive mansion, although he literally just did this himself.
Dude, this is like unimaginable wealth, dude. How the f do people make this much money? $2.9 million near Las Vegas? Dude, oh my Lord, dude.
Like, I don't know any other way you could spin this. Like, he just looks like a complete hypocrite. Like, you say other people shouldn't buy expensive things when you yourself do the exact same thing. At the end of the day, his political views boil down to one thing: performative activism, or even the phrase champagne socialist. I don't believe Hasan really believes in anything he preaches on live stream, nor does he do anything he preaches. He only does it when it benefits him. But what does Hasan say when this is brought up? Well, he straw man's the argument, an intentionally misrepresented proposition which is set up because it is easier to defeat than an opponent's real argument.
Reactionary point of view that like you are not supposed to have a single thing to yourself. Socialism is when no toothbrush, and the less toothbrush you have, the more socialist you are.
I don't think anyone on the internet is saying you can't have nice things. They're just saying you can't have like a $3 million mansion, a $200,000 Porsche, while sitting in your gaming chair getting mad at somebody for doing the exact same thing you do, while getting paid by one of the most wealthy men in the world. It makes Hasan look even worse when he's talking about IRL streams and how he can't run as many ads.
Streams are so much fun, but like they're just not as good as like regular streams. Like you can't run the ads like.
Now, Hasan, since all of the hypocrisy, has had not to do debates, saying, well, if he does a debate, he would lose in about 2.5 seconds. He started to do a podcast with H3H3 called The Leftovers.
No expense, Hasan Piker.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
I'm ready to. Okay.
We plugged you too. Go ahead, show us his socials again.
I'm ready to.
See that?
Oh, look at that.
For you?
Hell yeah! I'm ready to bring the patriotic voice to this.
That's what
this godless channel.
Thank you. Hey, come on.
That's what I'm here for. That's right. Real American voices will be heard finally.
Now this can prove to be a good thing for Hasan, seeing he can get his name out there to more people on the left side, seeing H3H3 has moved on towards that side of YouTube. And this could have been a perfect thing for him. That was if he wasn't a complete about 2 weeks ago in this clip.
So like, I mean, just right off the bat, what the f is this editing? There's 10 seconds of him sitting there like a moron. Look at this idiot. This is like
is not
that.
high effort.
I mean, hold on.
No, it's not.
Let me get a taste of this. Why wouldn't they cut that?
Kristen Tate being held in a Romanian jail cell for over 3
Look at him.
Yeah,
He doesn't even know what the f he's watching.
I think the main problem here
What a
is
moron,
like,
dude.
The main problem here should be that if this is on your main channel, you should definitely edit it more for sure.
Hold on, Hasan. I really want to see. I want to get a feel for this. I mean, this is already theft. He didn't even intro it. He didn't talk about it. He's literally just sitting there quietly for the first 30 seconds. You should sue him. F you, XQC, you thief. I'm not surprised he's stealing people's videos. He steals people's money too on
his
fucking
attitude
gambling.
on this, by the way, is look. You're talking to someone who I do not care about IP in the same way that you do. We have differing opinions on it.
You think that you should be able to take people's videos and re-upload them wholesale?
Well, not necessarily. I think
Not necessarily?
I think you should still abide by certain standards, but overall, I don't really care. I don't really care if someone rips my IP.
No, but you're talking about IP law, or are you talking about what your preference is?
My personal preferences and what I think, my personal preferences and what I believe and how I believe IP should be run is significantly more
How should IPs
hands-off.
be run? How should IPs be run?
I think that there should be a similar structure to how patents are supposed to exist for all content creation, that after a certain amount of time has passed for like television productions or for even movies in general, that IP should be
completely lifted, and you can make derivative works off of that with ease.
That's like a 50-year scope. That doesn't really
not even a
affect what
50-year
we
scope.
do.
I think it should be shorter than that.
Okay.
That's number one. Number two, I think that as far as like rigorous control over IP, I personally don't have it. I don't believe in it. I don't think it's a good thing.
What do you mean you don't believe in it? I don't understand what that means. You think that people should be able to steal your videos and upload it?
Yeah, which is why I have.
Why? How is that fair to anybody?
You get up
100%.
to go pee.
Yeah, you can't.
That's
do
like
that.
pretty basic stuff.
You stop doing that?
I only do it with. I usually only do it with my videos that I know are from my friends, like Noah Samson, Second Thought, things like that. And it's
you do not have my permission to walk away from.
For the
videos.
record, I'm not actually walking away for an extended period of time. Like, what are you supposed to do if there's an emergency and you have
just
to
say,
up?
"Wait, I'll be right back."
Yeah, you can. Well, that, and also you can pause it. But the problem is,
pause the video.
When you pause the video, it's just like makes the content awful. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like.
That's no. I'm just telling you. No, I know. I you're right.
You say, guys, put on a song or something. You know what I mean?
Absolutely right.
Something I've failed to mention throughout this video is Hasan's usage of the word cracker. This is a word used against white people, and as a myself, I can honestly say I don't care about the usage of it. I think it's funny, but Twitch sadly didn't, as the song got banned for a week around 2021.
In limbo like this, like if you're gonna ban me, just don't not ban me and like keep deleting my VODs. It's also annoying because Twitch is taking a cowardly position where they don't want to openly come out and be like anti-white racism is unacceptable on this platform, and that's precisely why we are banning the usage of the term cracker, because they know that they would get clowned on by like 99% of media that isn't like predominantly focused on random weirdos that spend all of their time in their mother's basement talking about the ethics of being able to use the C word versus, you know, how they should also be able to say the N word as well.
This ended Hasan's usage of the word, I believe, or at least stop the frequent usage of it, I hope. Now, earlier this year, he was grifting IRL, protesting to landlords, and the internet's biggest troll came to ruin the protest. And for some reason, Hasan, like, just runs away from the kid.
What's going on? How you guys doing? We love landlords. We're all against unions. We're here to protest against the landlords and the unions. We love them. Can we do like a quick shake on the hand? We love landlords. Look. We love landlords. We love landlords. We love them a lot. We're all against unions. They're not fair to the corporate companies. This is a crazy protest. Landlords. Landlords.
I don't know how much of a you have to be to run away from a 15-year-old. Besides Hasan being a complete Hasan probably has had the most brain-dead take as of recent, saying it's not important that a small business got ransacked.
And his whole kiosk was ransacked, all the ships were broken and pulled apart, things were taken off of it, and he was saying that he was injured because he was trying to stop the kids and they hit his head, his neck, his back. The gentleman is in his 60s. You know, he was talking to EMTs that were there and talking to the police that were there, giving them a report of what happened. But you know, a totally just innocent victim in all this, that he was just doing his job, going about his day, and his business got ransacked there. But from where we are here, you know, it does that the officer of circumventing them in that sense. And from my perspective, that's.
I despise local media, dude. There you go. There is no better representation of how dog water local media is, and how much they exacerbate like narratives that you see on Fox News. What role they play in the boomer reactionary pipeline. Local media talking about $3 worth of Doritos, like, you know, there was a bank run or something. Like, also want to make it seem like, you know, this is a riot that was completely out of control. It's tragedy met with also like black unruly teenagers. Look at them.
To give a bit of context, this happened when cenat, a popular Twitch streamer, was giving out free stuff in New York City, and around 3,000 or more people were gathered together for this giveaway. But for some reason, a lot of people decided to start some sort of a riot, breaking car windows, ransacking businesses, and so much more. cenat hasn't gotten any charges for what I know, and he seemed to be let off the hook of this, which I think is fair. I don't really think it's Kai's fault that people decided to a riot, though I do think he probably could have picked a better venue for this. Now Hassan's decision in knowing all of this and watching the news decided to say that this guy's business getting ransacked wasn't important and says the coverage was completely.
And from my perspective, that's.
I despise local media, dude. There you go. There is no better representation of how dog water local media is and how much they exacerbate like narratives that you see on Fox News. What role they play in the boomer reactionary pipeline. Local media talking about $3 worth of Doritos like, you know, there was a bank run or some shit. Like, also want to make it seem like, you know, this is a riot that was completely out of control. It's tragedy met with also like black unruly teenagers. Look at them.
Like, this has to be the most brain dead take Hasan has ever had in his career. Like, I don't know what he was thinking, and he's gotten trashed on for this. People like Tom Dark, Sensitive Society, and many more have called him out for this brain dead point. And in the end, Hasan is simply hated for one reason, and that's he's a grifter. And as much as I and the countless people can hate on him, Hasan will never change for one simple reason, and that is the money is just too good.